The 2020 Bentley Flying Spur is the third-generation version of the full-size luxury sedan. The third-gen, four-door replaces a 6-year-old sedan, in a segment that's also contested by the Mercedes-Maybach S-Class and the Rolls-Royce Ghost. Heavily inspired by the Continental GT Coupe, the 2020 Flying Spur boasts a sportier appearance on the outside, a more modern interior, and a revised W12 engine. Built on the same chassis as the Continental GT, the third-generation Flying Spur features a big amount of brand-new, state-of-the-art technology. The sedan is fitted with an active all-wheel drive system, and it's also the first Bentley to have four-wheel steering. The revised W12 engine isn't notably more powerful than the old unit, but it makes the Flying Spur the quickest sedan in its class, and the only one to hit 60 miles per hour in less than 4 seconds. Bentley also ditched the two-piece design of the grille, for a more luxurious-looking unit, with no fewer than the 23 thin and vertical slats. This grille design is a tribute to the iconic Bentley S1 Continental Flying Spur from 1957. The fine radiator grille behind the slats is finished in gloss black for a neat contrast with the chrome frame. The massive grille is flanked by brand new headlamps. Just like the Continental GT, the Flying Spur continues to feature a quad headlamps layout, but the outer units are now much smaller than the inner lights. All four are fitted with LED matrix technology as standard, and Bentley's new cut crystal effect. The Brits also added a chrome sleeve behind the cut element for a sparkling effect that's visible even when the headlamps aren't lit. The front bumper sports a new design too. The old and boring vents of the previous Flying Spur were replaced by a sportier layout with a trapezoid opening at the center and rectangular vents on the sides. They're set apart by thick chrome trim and feature a honeycomb-style grille. The latter is gloss black, while the frame can be specified in a darker chrome for a more subdued look. The new Flying Spur is available with a choice of 21-inch wheels as standard, but you can also pick from a couple of optional 22-inch rollers from the Mulliner division. The standard color palette includes 17 different hues, but you can access Mulliner's option list for more paints, including two-tone finishes. As far as size goes, the third-gen Flying Spur is a tad bigger than its predecessor. At 209.3 inches long, It's only 0.7 inches longer than the old model. When it comes to width, the new sedan is identical to its predecessor, at 77.9 inches. At 58.4 inches tall, the new Flying Spur is only marginally lower than the old sedan, which comes in at 58.6 inches. But although it's not notably bigger, the new Flying Spur has a significantly longer wheelbase due to the front axle having been moved farther away from the cabin. At 125.7 inches, the new wheelbase boasts an additional 5 inches. The sedan has an identical dashboard, with horizontal wood veneer, that extends almost seamlessly into the door panels, a wide center console, and a standard 12.3-inch infotainment display. Bentley's rotating display, which debuted in the Continental GT, is offered in the Flying Spur as well. Specifically, the 12.3-inch screen is one of 3 sides of the rotating display that revolves in the center stack. The door panels are just as fancy as the dashboard, as the fine wood veneer is joined by diamond quilted leather inserts. This feature is borrowed from the EXP 10-Speed 6 concept, and it's a first for the Flying Spur nameplate. As far as tech goes, the Flying Spur comes with wireless charging and 2 USB sockets. It also has mood lighting, with 7 different colors, but this feature is optional. The 12.3-inch screen can be configured as a single display, a split 2-to-1 display, or to show 3 different functions. The entertainment system is rounded off by a choice of 3 audio systems. The standard unit features 10 speakers and 650 watts, but you can go with a Bang & Olufsen system that cranks out 1500 watts and comes with 16 speakers and illuminated grills. Bentley has yet to release info on passenger space, but the rear compartment seems to have ample legroom and shoulder room. The 2 rear seats also look comfortable and seem to provide plenty of lateral support. The unit in question is a revised version of Bentley's 6.0-litre W12. The massive mill cranks out 626 horsepower, and 664 pound-feet of torque, a mild 59 pound-foot increase, with identical horsepower compared to the outgoing Flying Spur W12S. The sedan now rides on 3-chamber air springs that contain 60% more air volume compared to the previous Flying Spur.